So here we go. And again, it's Dean Unscripted. Because I guess I'm not meant to tell my story in an eloquent way. It's supposed to be just from my heart and the truth of how I feel, I guess, because that is really what it is. It's my truth. You know, I've been playing this game for a while, trying to get closer to God, trying to understand, I guess, is the best way to put it. And a while back, it came to me, this thing like, don't try so hard. And it's like, that can't be God. That just doesn't sound right, you know what I mean? Based on religious philosophies. Don't try so hard. How could that make any sense? It makes sense because it's me, a human being, trying to understand an all-loving, all-encompassing God. A God of laws, basically. A God, you know, and that's what, kind of funny that it's been coming to me that, you know, we're trying to figure out God from a human side or whatever. We can't even touch his little toe. You know, I don't know. I know that, and the other thing that I guess that's really been on my heart is the fact that, because I said that, you know, in my last video I talked about that corrupted book or whatever, you know what I mean? That I don't think it's corrupted because there's truth in it. There is truth in that dang book, and you can't tell me that there isn't, you know what I mean? Because God's in the book. And I think, I really do think that they tried to take him out of there. I think they tried to take God out of the dang Bible. You know, they don't want us to know. But they didn't do a good enough job because he's still in there. It just takes, as Jesus said, childlike faith. And Dean's biggest problem? Dean's a grown man that has his own little thinker that he's always thinking. Dean is always trying to understand God through a human brain. And God is incredibly loving that he doesn't give up on Dean. He kind of laughs at me sometimes, and I'm not going to lie to you. I've cussed at God before, and he laughs. I swear to God that I think he likes it because I'm not a sheep. They use the word sheep in the Bible. Again, trying to fool us. I don't think God doesn't need us to be sheep. He's not that dang tyrant. You know what I mean? And that's the part where at one minute I defend the Bible for all I'm worth, and in the next minute I go, man, some of that stuff just doesn't make any sense. You know what I mean? So I contradict myself. But that's okay, because I, you know, who I am has no bearing on nothing. It's who he is, and the fact that he wants to know me. He wanted to know me before I wanted to know him. I promise you that, because I didn't start out like this. I'm blessed to have parents that didn't go to church, if that makes any sense. So I'm not indoctrinated all that much. I've had. Again, back if you ever watch one of my other videos, Gene is a master at self-inflicted wounds, so I understand pain as much as anybody else, and blah, 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 and, you know, and my life is not far from being miserable. Any troubles I've had, most of them been caused by me. I don't know, I'd love to write stuff down. I can write fairly eloquent given a chance. I could write a nice script that would convince you to know where I'm coming from. I don't know. I mean, this was really impromptu. I felt compelled to do it because come back to that thing there. Don't try so hard. It didn't seem like that was, you know, because I would never ever say that I hear from God, and that's my problem. That is my problem. I want to hear from God, and I don't hear from God. I don't hear God in an audible voice. I don't hear, you know, maybe sometimes there is that small, still voice. But this Dean is a thinker. Dean is a thinker. So my brain's rattling off stuff all the time. I mean, the hardest thing for me to do is stop my damn brain from thinking. I don't know if I'm even going to publish this video. I'm rattling off stuff, you know. I mean, I know that there's a point in here somewhere, and I wish that, you know, that I could just write this down and be more eloquent. Instead, I'm just off the cuff, you know, trying to be as honest as possible. I'm trying to use the source, the one that is within me, and I know it is, you know. And if I'm lucky, I have like a quarter of me that is spirit or something, you know what I mean? God, I hope someday to at least be 3/4, but, you know, man, I'm a long ways from there. Doing my best at being obedient. I doubt that anybody, you know, thank God for me. I don't have no subscribers, so I don't have to worry about making anybody mad. Someday I hope some of this all makes sense to someone, and me too. You know, the only thing I know is that God is out there. God is love. The best thing I heard is God is like the ocean, and you can take a bucket out of the ocean, and it's still ocean water. We're still ocean. We're just only a small part of that ocean. That's why we need each other. That's why we have to understand each other, love each other, share with each other. I'm trying to share. I'm trying to share. I'm trying to add my bucket of water to your bucket of water so we got more God. I hope that makes sense. I hope I have the balls to actually publish this video, and God bless you all, and thanks for taking the time to listen to me. Thank you. Good night.